Hello, welcome to our Phase 4 group presentation. What is the design problem being addressed here? Our system aims to solve issues individuals face when playing sports. Teams require lots of people, and finding participants can be a challenge in a casual or non-league setting. Not only do you need to find your team, but also an opponent. Users may not know enough people to join whatever sport they play. Having to fill your team at the event will not always be reliable. Who are the stakeholders and users? Gym operators are stakeholders because this app will motivate more people to get active. They have fitness experience and their backgrounds come from school where they could have been on teams. These facilities will benefit with more people going to the gym. Sports good retailers have knowledge of sports and equipment. Their backgrounds come from school and life where they play on teams. More active people will drive traffic to these retailers. Physically active people are users. The purpose of this app is to empower them to form their teams quickly and build their networks. Their experience lies in having a foundation in sports. Their background comes from all walks of life. They're stakeholders when they don't have enough people and need more. Application developers are users because they need to think like a user. This understanding will allow developers to meet user needs. Their backgrounds come from programming experience. The demographics are these 5 group members. We are stakeholders because our success is dependent on the app gaining adoption. What is the context of the user's activities, where, when, and environment? The app is on mobile platforms and is used anywhere. Users will be mostly at home or work when finding and organizing events. On the way to the game, event locations can be used for guidance. Upon arrival to the field or gym, contact can be kept with your team using the messaging function. The time of day it will be used is between morning and night. People's schedules are all different. Some exercise in the morning and afternoon, while others are free at night.
Here's our second part, research. So how did you conduct your user research? We conducted a survey on users by means of questionnaire survey. Because of the movement of the main elements of our application, we minimized the range of respondents as sports lovers in order to conduct an effective study. Due to the COVID-19, we could not go out, so our teams mainly interview our classmates or friends by email or use Microsoft Teams. Fortunately, one of our team members had a basketball team, so we got enough samples. Second question, what were the main findings of your user research? Through the research, we found that there are many factors affecting the user game experience, such as age, gender, language, region, and skills. Some of these conditions are dependent on people, while others are not, such as age, because of the difference in physical fitness. People with a large age gap are difficult to compete in the game, so it would not be a good experience for both sides of the users, the players. And because of this, we noticed that the filter is pretty important in such an application. Making good use of it can increase user experience a lot. And next is our could, should, and must-do list. In our could-do list, we provide additional booking service to improve the user experience. In our should-do list, we have e-transfer to making payment become easy and clear. And we also add skill level filter, so people will match to the people in the same level. And must-do list, we have age requirement for matching more suitable teammates. And dropout button, in case user wants to leave the event. And we also have add friend system, since we're not only want to make our app a grouping application, but also want to make it have the function of social communication. Therefore, the user stickiness of our product will increase. By the way, the must-do list is according to the result of questionnaire survey. For all of the must-do items, the standard is at least 85% of people said they had such a need. This is one of the example of our questions. So if you have good experience with people, do you want to play with them again or add to friends? This question is pretty much related to our friend system. The result is 20/20, which is 100% of the members answered yes. And because of that, we added into our features. Therefore, we can say that the design of our features mainly depends on the needs of users.
I'm going to talk about the ideation process for the application, the affinity diagram groupings that were made, and the refined sketches that came out of the whole process. 3 categories were made in this process. The first one consisting of any ideas relating to the main page of the application. The second one is all about the main features of the application, how it should work and look, and the third one deals with any extra mini features that we could incorporate in it. These 3 sketches are related to the main page of the application. The first one has a lot of good ideas in it. All the elements are well aligned within each other. Its design is simple and yet creative. The placement of the buttons at the bottom made it simple for the users to interact with it. We didn't see a lot of weaknesses in this design, hence there's many similarities between this and the final product. The second and third one are not as great. Their design isn't original because they were inspired by the Instagram event feed. However, they gave us the idea to put key features at the header and footer of the page. Now, for the second category, these sketches deal primarily with the main functions of the app. Take the first one. It displays important information like your current region. You can scroll through the events displayed and add your own if you so choose it. A weakness in this plan is that there was only one function in this page. The second one takes good advantage of numbers, text, and dates. And the third deals with social media as it lets you look for people and their status when you're creating an event. A weakness here is that it has already been made, and you see that many apps already do this. Now for category 3. The first one deals more with the schedule button, which allows you to edit, join, start, cancel, or add notifications to an event. The events are displayed here. You also have the profile button at the bottom left that when you click on it, it brings up options that the users can use to edit their profiles and settings. The second one deals with the messaging system. A weakness found here is that instead of displaying the messages you have between the group of people and the individuals, you're communicating with them at the same time in the same page. An improvement would be to input a switch to toggle between the two of them. The third one deals with the profile section. A weakness here is that all that space in between the elements. We did not want to overwhelm the user, but enjoyed having the section about the information displayed in there. This is what the profile would look like, but from the perspective of another user, which they can look at their info and subsequently invite. Lastly, the first sketch shows you the homepage for our application, where you will find the search button, profile picture, payment button, calendar, and message box. We did not want to exhaust the user with a large quantity of information at the beginning of the app, which is why we only left the key buttons that are important for the user to know first. The second sketch consists of the events page. This page shows you an event that's already been made by someone and that the user can view to know all the people that will be participating in and where and when this activity will take place. All of this is important because we want the users to know exactly all the factors they might consider in order to join an event. And that's it for ideation.
So for our improvement section, we weeded out 3 flaws that we thought needed the most work, starting at the first one with the scroll bar. The issue here is that we have this giant scroll bar that is quite jarring and disruptive. Our rationale for improvement basically emphasizes the fact that mobile apps do not usually implement visible scroll bars because it is intuitive that you can scroll with your finger. So, the easiest way to improve this was to completely eliminate the visible scroll bar while still allowing the users to scroll. Improvement number 2 involved our map icon. In the event page, we plan to make the map logo exactly the same as the Google Maps icon to easily identify the function. Currently, the color shown is misleading and there's not any explanation of what the icon is, so it may go unnoticed by the user. In order to fix this, actually implementing the proper software development kit that allows us to access Google Maps directly would be a lot less confusing. We have added the icon as a placeholder to reduce the confusion. Our last improvement was the issue regarding our confusing navigation system. By navigation, I'm referencing moving back and forth between different pages on the interface. Throughout most of the pages, we do not have a visible home button. However, if you were to click our main logo at the top of the screen, you would be redirected back to the home page. Our rationale for this issue is the fact that the user experience will be negatively impacted when a new user is trying to use our app if they are unable to navigate pages intuitively. To completely fix this issue, we have provided functional navigation arrows at the bottom of each page that allows the user to cycle between interfaces at their leisure.
The next part is talking about the next iteration. So what will be the main changes we are going to make in the next iteration, this project? So we will add 2 more features in our application. Now we have payment, schedule, and message, 3 features. In the future, we are planning to add 2 more important features. The first one is book gym feature, and another one is the document manager feature. So let's talk about the gym booking feature first. This feature may include 3 points. The first one is check the gym schedule. User can use our feature, check a specific gym schedule based on the address they type in. It will search on the Google and find a specific gym and go to their system to check the gym schedule. The second one is user can book an event, like a basketball game, soccer game, by using this feature. The book information will send to the gym system and make the reservation. This reservation will include some information like how many players and what time the event will be and so on. The last one is the user can cancel the reservation 2 days before the event starts. This will help the user easily figure out the problem if he or she got some temporary things need to do on that day. It will not affect other people's use for the gym. So the reason for this feature we want is because if we have this feature in our application, it will make a bridge. It can make a direct connection between user and the gym, which will save user time because they don't need to go to the gym or call the gym to make the schedule. And also it will increase the accessibility for the event because as a user, when you start an event, at the same time, you can check the schedule and book the event reservation. The second feature we want to add on is the document manager feature. This feature may include 2 points. The first one is a user can send a document to another user or another group of users. The people who received the document can check it directly in our application. We are planning to have a PDF and a Word reader in our application, which can help users check their document directly. It will save them some time. And also the second point is user can save the document into our documented file to make a record. Like a user can check this document anytime they want, and when they open the document manager file, they can find it there. So the reason for this feature is it will help user get a clear idea for the payment, such like if you paid for a group of people and you get the receipt and you can send this receipt to everyone, and the people who got the document will know how much money they should pay. So it will also help some teams who played in a league because they can save some important registry like document in this file, and when they need to use it, they can show it to the registration, something like that. So I think that's pretty much our 2 important features we have.